Okay, now let's kind of jump in and understand how to really approach this investing all about. What should be your mechanics, and more importantly, what should be the mindset. Second, third, we will also understand how you starting even with a small amount can lead to a bigger gains if you follow the habit of investing. Okay, so with that, let's kind of jump on in. So first and foremost, right, how and where to invest? How and where to invest? That's a question what we are kind of going to ask and address in this session, session right here. So what is very important to understand is this, people. The right habits makes a great person. Right habits makes a great person. Exactly like that. Investing habits makes a fortune. So you have to cultivate a habit of investing. Like we all have various habits in our lives. Some of them are supportive, some of them are non-supportive. We talk, we kind of teach, a lot about how to kind of overcome the non-supportive habits as well in our advanced programs. Having said that, what is very important is for you to have the right investing habits. And once you have that, that can lead you to making huge fortune. Now, in question is where to invest. The first place where you have to invest is in yourself. This is the first thing what you should cultivate in your mind. We believe many times the way we operate is that, right, whatever I've invested on myself is good enough. Now let me kind of invest on property. Let me kind of invest on a house. Let me kind of invest on a vehicle. Let me kind of invest on something else. No, people, it's not. It's always great to invest on yourself, for forever, and keep repeating that more and more and more. The more you invest on yourself, you'll see the net ROI is the highest. You learn something, and from there you derive something, and then further it kind of leads to something else. So this is not what I'm saying. This was said by none other than the great Warren Buffett. He's the father of investing. He is the man in the world for us to learn investing. And if he is saying that investing in yourself is the best investment you can make, I would simply not even think, not even debate that even for a second, and simply go on investing on myself. So I kind of myself, spend every year certain amount of my earning towards learning and investing on myself. Investing on myself, on my health, investing on myself, on my needs when it comes to the vacationing and whatever, and investing on my learning as well. So all these three things I kind of constantly do. So you also have to kind of get on. Now here we spoke about cultivating the habit of investing. So when we are saying cultivating the habit of investing, I want to kind of demonstrate how a right habit, but consistently holding on to it can lead to fortune. So let's kind of jump on to a working here. So I'm showing you a Excel spreadsheet. I've made a very simple calculation here, and I'm going to repeat that once again, whatever I've made, so that you know what I've kind of done here, and I'm kind of explain that in detail. So what I've done is very simple. What happens if you invest just 100 rupees every year and leave it for 10 years and repeat that every single year? You start from today, every year 100 rupees, and continue doing that for the next 10 years. So let's kind of see the mathematics. So here I've kind of put in the years, first year to 10 years, and the beginning we put 100 rupees first year. Second, at the end of first year, another 100 rupees, end of second year, another 100, third year, fourth year, fifth year, sixth year, seventh year, eighth year, and then the last year, ninth year. So you have 10 all the way, 10 end of every year, we have invested 100 rupees. Now consider that the rate of interest on this is 5% per annum. Let's say only 5%. It's not much more, only 5%. So now what happens? I put in 100 rupees the first year. At the end of first year, that 100 rupees will give me 105 rupees. 100 rupees was the capital plus 5% interest, it gave me 105. And now that 105, I don't withdraw anything, it continues to be invested. The next year it gives me 110.25. And third year it gives me 115.76. So on and so forth. This is called as compounding. Every year you compound. So the first 100 rupees remains invested for 10 years. The second 100 rupees remains invested for 9 years. Third 100 rupees remains invested for 8 years. So on and so forth. Right? When you do the simple calculation and you invest 100 this way, all the 10 years if you invest, it totals to see 1,000 rupees. 1,000 rupees of investment at the end of the term will give you 1,320 rupees 68 paisa without you doing anything. But what is very important is the right habit. A 32% jump on the capital invested. And what is very important is you did not invest all the 1,000 rupees right at the beginning. You invested it every year. It was the habit which made it possible, and you end up with 1,320 rupees. So that's the right thing to do. So if you are young right now, if you are looking at this video and if your age is like less than 30, right, you start right now. Or if you are even less than that, if you are 25 and lower, even more good. Even for those of us who are more than 40 as well, it is great to start with some amount and do it consistently over a period of time. Just simply doing that will make magic. Right now, this is annually. I have done that annually. Now let me kind of extend this even more further and show you what happens if you invest. If you invest, say, 10 rupees every month. Every month you invest 100 rupees. 100 rupees every single month, say for few years. Let's kind of see that. Say I invest here, it's 12 months. Every month I'm investing 100 rupees. And that remains invested for, the first month it remains invested for 12 months and the last month for 1 month. Your ROI is 5%. This is the months, right? This is the amount, right? And what is the interest you get at the end of the year? The first 100 rupees which you invest at the beginning of the year gives you 5 rupees interest. The second month gives you 4 rupees 58 paisa. The third month gives you 4 rupees 17 paisa. So on and so forth. At the end of the year, you make 32 rupees 50 paisa as interest, when the rate of interest is 5%. And that is what happens with the investment of 1,200 rupees 200, 1,200. So 1,200 invested month on month, 100 rupees every month for 12 months. At the end of that, it becomes 1,232 rupees 50 paisa. Now that at the end of the first year, you reinvest everything, which is called as compounding, and continue with your 100 rupees every month. Don't stop the 100 rupees and do not withdraw what you have done. And then again assume you get a meager 5%. This is a fixed deposit, less than, it's like a post office deposits, right? Or our monthly recurring deposits. As low, I'm kind of saying only that much, right? And the second year that becomes, the total money with all the invested and the capital, it becomes 2,526, and you continue into third year, fourth year, fifth year. In 5 years, people just investing 100 rupees a month, you end up the 6,000 becomes 6,810, the 800 rupees more, which is so your base was 6,000, so you got 800 more, and that ROI is roughly around 14%. You end up getting 14%. You end up getting 13.51, or 14% is what you end up getting over 5 years by investing it monthly, and not, you don't have to bring all the money in one go. Monthly you have to invest, right? And now this is the ROI, this is the rate of interest. What I've taken is very, very, very highly conservative and safe, like in the government bonds or in the deposits, fixed deposits, or in the postal deposits. That's what it is. Now people, if the same thing, if we change this value to a slightly higher number, let's do the math and see what happens. Instead of 100 rupees a month, you do it with say 5,000 rupees a month. 5,000 rupees a month, one, and then instead of 5%, if you kind of are smart enough and follow the rules what you learn here and then apply that in stock markets. Let's say, very, very conservative, you get 12% per annum. Very conservative, 12% per annum. What happens to your capital? Right? I'm just going to change that. I'm just changing that all over to see what it really does. To see what it really does. Right? So your monthly will continue to be 5,000 for all the 5 years. I'm just making those changes right in front of you so that you really get to know what this really means and how does this kind of model works, right? Just 5,000 a month, and if you remain completely disciplined and your rate of interest 12%, because stock market 12% is something very easy. That is the lowest what you can make in stock markets. So I'm putting the lowest where the risk is very, very low, something like even in the ETFs or sometimes even in the mutual funds, right? You can kind of think about making this much, or something like even in the Nifty Bs can give you so much, right? So you invest 5,000, right? So you start with 5,000 and at the end of 5 years, your capital can be, so let's see what kind of it does. So you invested 5,000 rupees into 16 months. This is what you did. You invested 3 lakh rupees, and you ended up getting 4,05,000. And that is you. What is the difference? Let us see what is the difference. You got this. Okay, your investment was, your profits total capital at the end was 4,05,000. You invested this thing, so you made a profit of 1,05,000 on a total capital of 3 lakhs, which turns out to be 35% returns over 5-year period, which is magnanimous, because you did not bring in 5,000 in one go. You bought in 5,000 rupees month by month. So you did not bring in 3 lakhs in one go. If you had put in 3 lakhs in one go, it would have been much more. But here you put in, it's a habit. What it does to you, what I'm trying to show you here is, if you remain consistent and if you follow the habits, this is the power. This is what kind of happens. And making 12% in stock market is not difficulty at all. It's extremely simple, extremely easy, right? So this is what I wanted to convey. So now what do you think? What do you think habits can do? The right habits in investment can do. If you are getting some thoughts, type in the comment resonating, and mention in the comment saying that investing habit is the right thing. Mention in the comment investing habits is the right thing. I'll see you in the next video where we're going to talk about how to go deeper onto this. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.